Hey, welcome to Valley Imports. I'm Kevin, and you are?
Tana?
Hey, Tana. Sounds like you're kind of checking out the A8L today. Is that kind of what you're after? Or?
Yeah, don't really know a lot about it.
Okay. What are some things that are important to you in your next vehicle?
All-wheel drive, heated seats. Looking for a luxury car that gets okay gas mileage. Like, is it at least 20-ish?
You know, that's a great question, Tana. I get asked that a lot. With the larger engine that the A8L uses, you actually will get close to, if not up to 30 miles per gallon in this vehicle. You know, some of the great things that you had mentioned too, as far as like the heated seats and things, this does have that actually as standard equipment, and it also has a few other features that I'd like to explain to you if that's okay.
Sure.
Perfect. So if you want to come over here and check this out, I'm going to actually open this up here for you, Tana. In the inside, I'm going to just kind of walk you around the car if that's kind of what you're after today. Just want to explain a few things to you about the A8L, being it sounds like you don't know a whole lot about the car,
right?
But definitely want to kind of get you well versed in the vehicle. So, kind of walking around the car, what you're going to notice is a few things. I know you mentioned fuel economy is important. Is that kind of the most important thing to you in your car?
Not the most important, but I wanted to have some decent options.
Okay. You know, and as far as gas mileage, one other thing that plays into the gas mileage factor is the design of the car, obviously. You could have a 4-cylinder engine and get 50 miles of the gallon, but you can also have a 4-cylinder and get 20 miles of the gallon. It all depends on the design of the car. The only reason I say that is actually Audi uses what they call a space frame technology frame of their cars. So a couple things that you're going to notice in the car itself, the structure is actually a hybrid steel and aluminum, so an aircraft grade aluminum, which actually makes the car a little bit lighter, but also safer than most vehicles on the road too. If you're like me, I'm guessing safety is an important concern for you too when you're cruising down the interstate.
Oh, definitely, people, especially with our winters up here.
Right, exactly. So one other thing that Audi does to make their cars very safe is, like I was mentioning, that space frame technology as well. So when you shut the door on these cars, it definitely has a different sound than most vehicles on the road. Couple styling ploys of the car that actually help you increase your fuel economy and make things better for you. Audi uses a couple different lines in their cars, and you probably can see this, Hannah, over here, where they use the bottom dynamic line. What that does actually is two things. One, it's going to make the car a little bit more aerodynamic, and if you look at it, it actually raises as it goes back. So what that does is it actually makes the car look like it's in motion even when it's parked. Another thing that's very distinct to Audi is they use they have two lines up top, and I can't remember the exact top line, I apologize for that, but they also use the kind of a new thing for Audi is the belt line, which again it actually makes the car stand out. So if I were to park this next to any of its competitors, you definitely notice this one, especially with the lines that are on the cars. So kind of moving around to the other side here, Tan, I'm going to show you the inside a little bit. Front end facet of the car I just want to show you as well. Audi makes a very bold statement when they, you know, with their larger grills, they actually made the car a little bit wider as well. So that's one thing you'll notice in the front. Walking around on the side here, I will show you a couple things on the inside. I'm going to actually open these doors here for you, Tana, so you can see on the inside of the car as well. So your back seat, Audi A8L, this is the long version, so they do make a short version. As you can see, plenty of space in that back seat back there. So is that something that's important to you? Do you typically carry a lot of passengers with you?
Passengers and cargo, obviously, taking trips.
Okay.
Prefer to have some stuff in the back seat instead of trunk.
Certainly, okay. Well, and one other thing, Tana, too, I wanted to show you real quick. As you notice, actually, the EPA does rate this car at about 28 to 29 miles per gallon on the highway. So,
okay.
You know, when you mentioned fuel economy, I think that's something that that definitely fits into that for you. So, why don't we do this? Why don't we have you jump in on the inside here, and then I'll kind of show you some of the interior features as well. So,
okay.
I'm going to sneak around to the other side here real quick.
Sounds good.
All right, so On the inside, you mentioned things like technology and heated seats and features and things like that. You'd like to have some good features. What are some things that you look for other than heated seats in the inside of your car?
Dual climate control or no?
It does, yes.
Okay, how about media like MP3 players? I have an iPhone. Is that able to be hooked up?
It's also a great question. Actually, it is. There's a few different things that you can do. You can Bluetooth stream from your iPhone if you hook your phone up through Bluetooth. You also have connections for iPods. You also have SD card ports as well. Things like CD changers if available. So definitely very multimedia friendly. What about things like navigation, backup cameras? Are those things that are important to you?
Navigation, not quite as important. Backup camera, definitely, just for safety wise.
Okay, certainly. Well, great news. This actually has both of those things.
Okay.
So, and again, also standard equipment in the A8L. You can, if you want to, you can certainly, when we go on the demo drive, I'll show you that the backup camera systems and how to use all of those things. So, but yes, dual climate control, navigation. I know you mentioned fuel economy, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going over stuff that isn't super important to you.
Okay.
But I do want you to have a clear understanding of the car. Are you familiar with Audi Quattro?
Not a lot. I just know it means all-wheel drive in their lingo.
Okay. Well, that's kind of what it is. Audi's Quattro system is actually very, very advanced in the fact that it isn't just all-wheel drive. It's a system that's a 40-60 torque split. I know that's very techy and probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but what that does mean to you is that you're going to have increased traction on both dry, wet, and icy pavement, which in our area definitely is important for people. So that system itself has been around for a long time. So I think you'd be more than comfortable as far as driving and safety. Nice thing about that, going back to the fuel economy portion, is your all-wheel drive doesn't affect your fuel economy very much.
So I don't actually have to turn the all-wheel. There's not like a button to engage that or disengage it. The car already knows what it's doing, or?
That's exactly what it is, actually.
Okay.
So the car just kind of, it's very, very advanced in its technology. So what you're getting is not only technology advancements, but the peace of mind of knowing, hey, I don't have to do anything and my car is going to take care of me.
Okay, that's exactly what I need.
Perfect. So what we'll do now is we'll actually take the car for a drive, if that's okay with you, and
sure.
then we'll kind of go over a couple things and see what things are important. So we'll just basically get back from the demo drive. So Tana, on the drive, I know you noticed a few things, and I talked with you a little bit about the Quattro system and the backup cameras and things. Do those things seem like things that would fit into what you're looking for?
Definitely, yep.
Excellent. So you think this would be a car that you could see yourself owning?
Yeah, it's a beautiful car, yep.
Excellent. Well, let's do this, Tana, if it's okay with you. I'd like to run inside, get you some information on the vehicle itself, on some information about myself, and like I said, see if this is something that makes sense for you to own. Sound good?
Sure, that definitely makes sense. Let's do that.
Perfect.